K5CFY Ray in the customary 10th slot there. W8HRF Josh, KE8YUK Lucy in and out, W3ETB Eddie, and KA8MNT Tom. Got you all from the blue screen. Is there anyone else out there that would like to check in before we get to the bottom of the hour? I have 23 minutes after the hour, so we still have a few minutes. Please call now.
KE8VZA. This is Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo. WB3K, Phil and Canal Fulton.
Victor 3 Kilo Echo 8, Victor Zulu. Got you there, Phil. Are you going to stick around?
Yes, I'm going to stick around. I'll be on standby here until things start ramping up. Thank you for taking my early check-in. WB3K will be on the side.
Very good there, Phil. Got you on the list. Thanks. We'll clear with WV3K. This is KE8VZA. Anyone else out there that would like to get in early, get a front row seat, please call now.
Kilo 5, Charlie, Foxtrot, Yankee.
K5CFY, this is KE8VZA. Got you on the list here, Ray, in the customary 10th slot. How you doing tonight?
Yes, okay. I was trying to do a C4FM net, and I guess something went south at the repeater or something. Anyway, it went dead, so I thought I'd jump over here real quick and say hi. I do have another net to check into here before, but I'll be there on the Beacon net, and I'll definitely hang around for the trivia. So have a great net. Appreciate getting me in there. 73, everybody. K5CY.
All right there, Ray. Very good. Sorry the C4FM net was giving you grief there, but good luck on the other net, and we got you on the list here. So we'll talk to you a little bit later. We'll clear with K5CFY. This is KE8VZA. If anyone else would like to get an early check-in, we have about 3 more minutes left here, so please call now. This is KE8BZA returning. Just to let you know, Harry, KE8ZZR. I picked you up on the blue screen as well. Welcome to the show. And let's see. We have about a minute left to take any more check-ins that want to get on the early list, and I'll take check-ins after we get going. Oh, wait. Never mind. It is now 29 minutes after. Let's please stand by and wait for our announcer to get us started. KE8BZA standing by.
The Beacon Net, a gathering of hams from around the world, will start on the system in 30 minutes. Come join us.
QST, QST, QST. This is Kilo Echo 8 Victor Zulu Alpha KE8VZA. I will be your pre-net control operator for the Beacon Net pre-show tonight on the W8 WKY repeater in Doylestown, Ohio. The frequency is 147 Mark 390, P-zone 114 Mark 8, and that is a positive offset. Yes, I just looked at my radio. Let's see if you would like to connect through Allstar 48496 is the node link, and Echolink W8WKY-R. This is a control net. Please route all traffic through net control, yours truly, pre-net control, and emergency traffic or urgent traffic, please break in at any time. Do I have any urgent or emergency traffic at this time? I'll take a pause. All right, very good. Nothing heard. KE8BZA returning. Okay, we're going to go down through the list of our net control team real quick and check in with them and make sure everybody's equipment is working okay. So first on the list is our net control operator when we get to the top of the hour, Nick at Night, KE8QKO. How you doing, Nick? And what's going on over there?
Good evening, Eric. KQKO here. Yes, sir. Just standing by here for the start of the net. Got home about an hour ago, but I'll be sitting down and ready for the net to start in about a half hour at 10 o'clock. So, with that, sir, I'll pass it back to you. KQKO.
W8WKY.
And a word from our sponsor there. Very good, Nick. We'll touch base with you at the top of the hour. Good to hear you. Your radio sounded very good on this end. And next on the list, we'll see if Dustin, KD8EPC, is around. How you doing, Dustin? What's going on in your world? And are you sticking around for the big show tonight?
KE8BZA and the Beacon Net pre-show. This is KD8EPC. We're going to stick around for the big show. We should be here. We're over here trying to mess around with some Wi-Fi stuff that's not quite working, but we'll get there eventually. With that, this is KD8EPC. Back to pre-net control.
Okay, very good, Dustin. Good luck with the Wi-Fi. And we'll clear with KD8EPC. We'll touch base with you in a bit. And we'll go on down to Just Nick, KE8SLG. How you doing, Just Nick? Are you out there? And are you going to be sticking around for the big show tonight?
KE8VZA, this is KD8SLG. I'm here, Eric. I'm here. Spent the afternoon in the sunshine, swapping out verticals for K8AMX, so he's back on HF in a happy camper, I hope. and I'll be here for the duration tonight. I've got a new toy to play with, so I'll be here. KD8SLG, back to net control.
Very good, Just Nick. I wonder if that new toy came in a plain brown box. Anyway, glad to hear AMX new antenna news. Thanks for helping them out there. We'll clear with KD8SLG for now, and we'll go on down and we'll see if Mike, KE8QWE, is around. And are you going to stick around, Mike, if you're out there? Okay, nothing heard. We'll keep him there. He may pop in yet. Next on the list is our alt trivia master, KI5DAY Alan. He's usually on another net, but we'll give him a shout out to see if he's around. KI5DAY, this is KE8VZA. Are you out there, Alan? Nothing heard, but never fear. Alan will be with us shortly, I'm pretty sure. Okay, let me read off who I have on the list here so far, and then we'll take some more check-ins. I grabbed many of these from the blue screen, most of them. KC3 SEG Greg, KE8 YUG Josh, KF8 ANS Marie, K5 CFY Ray, W8 HRF Josh, KE8 YUK Lucy in and out, W3 ETB Eddie, KA8 MNT Tom, WV3K Phil, KE8 ZZR Harry, and the latest one I grabbed is WB4 AIZ Chuck. All right, at this time, do we have more check-ins for the BeaconNet tonight? Please call now.
KE8BZA, WA8KOC, Fred in Akron. I'm going to be in and out this evening. You guys have a great net. Hope trivia is enjoyable. Hope Just Nick enjoys his new toy. Look forward to speaking to you in the very near future. 7-3 to you and everyone else. Back to net.
All right, Fred, good to hear you tonight. I got you on the list here as in and out. And 73 to you, thanks for checking in. I'm sure we'll hear you this coming week on the barometer net. WA8KOC will clear with you. This is KA8VZA. I'm looking for more check-ins. Please call now. Oh no, maybe we got to beat the bushes some more. This is KE8VZA. This is the BeaconNet pre-show on the WKY repeater with the Sarah Club's Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association. The repeater is in Doylestown, Ohio, 147 Mark 390, positive offset, 114 Mark 8. If you want to check your radio settings, if you have any doubts. Are there any more check-ins out there? Please call now. Okay, no problem. Let's work the ones that we have here and see who's sticking around and who's not. And we'll take some more check-ins in a bit. So I'm going to go up to the top of the list. KC3SEG Greg. How you doing tonight, and are you going to stick around for the main net?
Eric, this is KC3SEG. Hold me on, and if I happen to have to leave, I'll let you know on the blue screen. Back over to you, KC3SEG.
Okay, Greg, very good. Got you on the list. We'll keep you on there. And if you're there, you're there. If not, yeah, just, let me know. No problem. Okay, we'll clear with KC3SEG, and we'll go down to Josh, KE8YUG. How you doing tonight, Josh? And are you going to stick around for the big show?
KE8VZA, this is KE8YUG. It's good to hear you, Eric. And, yep, looking forward to sticking around. Send it back to pre-net control, KE8YUG.
All right, Josh, very good. Got you on the list. We'll clear with KE8YUG. This is KE8VZA. We're going down to KF8ANS. Marie, how you doing tonight, Marie? And are you going to stick around as well?
KE8VZA, this is KF8ANS. Hi, Eric. Hello. Good to hear you. Yes, I will be sticking around tonight for the big show. This is KF8ANS, back to net control.
All right, Marie, good to hear you tonight. Got you on the list, and glad to hear you're sticking around. We'll clear with KF8ANS. This is KE8VZA. Next one on the list is Ray, K5CFY. We already spoke with Ray. He is going to be with us in a bit. That takes me down to Josh, W8HRF. He already told me he was sticking around. And that Lucy, KE8YUK, would be in and out. So that takes us down next to Eddie, W3ETB. How you doing tonight, Eddie? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight?
Yeah, hi, Eric. Yeah, I'll be sticking around to make sure my mouse cursor was on the Echolink and not on the blue screen. Earlier today, I accidentally hit the space bar and timed out the repeater, so don't want that to happen again. So anyway, I'll be here. W3TV, back to net.
Very good, Eddie. Good to hear you tonight. Glad you're sticking around. Yeah, I've timed a repeater out every, maybe a couple times. I don't talk about it much. Anyway, we'll clear with Eddie, W3ETB, and we'll roll on down to Tom, KA8MNT. How are you doing tonight, Tom, and are you going to stick around for the main net?
W8WK.
KE8VZA, this is KA8MNT. Well, Eric, I think I'm going to let you punch my ticket here. I'm a little bit on the tired side, and I think my pillow's been yelling at me for the last hour, so I think that's where I'm going to end up. So with that, I'll turn everything back over to KE8VZA from KA8MNT.
All right there, Tom. Consider your ticket punched. And I don't know if your pillow's anything like mine, but the more I ignore it, the louder it screams. So, good deal, good deal. Get some rest, and 73 to you, and I'm sure we'll hear you on the barometer net this coming week. Okay, we'll clear with KA8MNT and go down to Phil, WV3K. Let's see, we already touched base with him. He said he is sticking around. So next we'll go on down to KE8ZZR, Harry. How you doing tonight, Harry? And are you going to stick around for the big show?
KE8VZA, this is KE8ZZR. Good evening, Eric. Yes, I will be sticking around for the big show.
Okay, Harry, good to hear you tonight. It was good to see you at the meeting last week, as well as others. We'll clear with KE8ZZR and go down to Chuck, WB4AIZ. How are you doing tonight, Chuck, and are you going to stick around for the main net?
WB4AIZ, good evening all. And I wasn't sure, all right, a little late today. I did make the announcement, heard the announcement, but I saw you, well, anyways, no. I'm going to be in and out. Not that I have to get up earlier for anything, but about this time I start fading. WB4AIZ. Hello to everybody.
Okay there, Chuck, no problem. We marked you in and out here, and thank you for checking in. Appreciate it. It's good to hear you. And 73. Let's see. Next on the list was Fred, WA8KOC, and he checked in and out. That takes us to the bottom list. This is the BeaconNet with the Sarah Club, the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, on the W8 WKY repeater in Doylestown, Ohio. Frequency is 147 Mark 390, positive offset. PL tone 114 Mark 8. If you want to double check your settings. We meet here every Sunday and every Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern. The pre-show kicks off at 9:30 Eastern, and sometimes we take some check-ins a little bit before the bottom of the hour, and which I did tonight, and that's my spiel. So I'm looking for more check-ins. Any check-ins out there? And what a beautiful day it was today. Please call now.
KA8GKG, John in Akron, Ohio.
KC8LYG, Kilowatt Charlie 8, Lima Yankee Golf, Rick and Maslin, Portable.
Alpha India 5, Quebec AI 5Q, Jerison, Tulsa.
Kilo Foxtrot 8, Alpha November Tango, Steve in Elyria.
Kilo Golf 4, Sierra Charlie Kilo, in and out tonight. Eric, y'all have a good one.
JB, Manitoba, what time?
Okay, I'd like to pick it up there, please. AF5JB, I did hear you, and you are short time. I'll get right back to you in a second. I need to confirm a call sign. I know I botched it. KA8ETG. I'm pretty sure about the suffix ETG. If that station could please confirm your call sign.
Kilo Alpha 8 Golf Kilo Golf KA8GKG, John in Akron. I just want to check in and say hello, good evening, and I'll make it real quick and I'll get out of your way. 7-3 and carry on.
Okay, John, apologies. Man, I totally botched it, but I have it right now. KA8GKG, Golf. Very good, John. Thanks for checking in tonight. And 73 to you. Come back and join us again sometime. Okay, next, let's see. We're going to pop down to our short time station, Matt, AF5JB. Do you have some comments for the net right now, Matt? If you do, please go ahead.
I appreciate it, sir. Everybody else out on the net. And, yeah, because pretty good storms going on out to our west around the northwest of Oklahoma City. I think there's some further up to Kansas, so hopefully we'll get too bad. Hopefully we'll get too bad here talks tonight, but other than that, had an excellent weekend, and got to go out of town and see at least one of my friends for a little bit, and of course got my laundry done. Played a game there. Get called bingo, and then some friend got back in the Tulsa. Then I went to a place called Main Event. I played the world's largest Batman. That was really exciting. There's some other Batman game there, so. But other than that, how the heat's starting to come on here in Oklahoma. Yeah. It'll probably be a week, it will be summer, so get ready for all that. Luckily, I got the AC everywhere, so I'm all ready to go there. So, so we can start a whole new week and a whole new route, so going to be interesting. But other than that, you guys are going to stay a week out there in 73. Thanks for having me on, and catch y'all next time. And this is AFIGMB Matt, City of Tulsa about the next show. 73, thanks once again. Catch y'all next time.
Okay there, Matt. Sounds like you had another good weekend. Definitely a good weekend when Pac-Man's in the mix, right? I hope those storms don't bring too much with them, and maybe a little watering of the flowers would be good enough, right? All right, Matt, thank you for checking in, and have a good rest of the week. And 73 to you. We'll clear with AF5JB. This is KE8VZA. And I grabbed two more stations from the blue screen, N5GLO and KC8FQV. Let's go on to space with them. Bill, N5GLO, how you doing tonight? And are you going to stick around for the big show?
N5GLO to net. Howdy, everybody. I wanted to get in and say howdy anyway. I just got off a local net, and I just wanted to say howdy, and no, I'm not going to hang around for the big show. I'm going to try to get to bed early tonight because I've got to get up at 5:30 in the morning anyway, and that comes, I don't care what you do, that comes and comes. So it doesn't matter how late you stay, it's still 5:30, still 5:30. So I'm going to try to get some sleep tonight. But anyway, I did want to say hi to the folks and just check in quick to let you know I hadn't forgot everybody was here in 5GLO.
All right, very good, Bill. Yeah, I know 5:30 is really early. Yeah, definitely early. All right, so we got you checked in and out. Appreciate your check-in. Good to hear from you tonight. And 73. I missed a couple stations I need to touch base with, so I'm going to pop back. Let's see, where did I leave off? KC8LYG. Rick, how you doing tonight, Rick? And are you sticking around for the big show?
I'm going to try. I'm sitting here poolside, enjoying the up, which is nice. Other than that, I think I will stick around. KC8OYG, back to that.
All right, Rick, very good. Glad to have you aboard. We'll clear with KC8LYG for now and go on down to Jairus, AI5Q. How you doing tonight, Jairus? And are you going to stick around for the main net?
Good evening, AI5Q here. I'm doing good tonight. Was camping most of the weekend with a couple of the kiddos for scouts. Happened to be at the same place. Just different groups, one boys and one girls, and made it all work out really well. Girls went rock climbing and rappelling and had a blast doing that. But I don't think I'm going to stick around. I've had a long enough weekend. I need to get to bed, and I'll be listening on out, but I'm probably not going to be conscious when you call on me during the net. Mark me in and out and move on down the list. Appreciate it. AI5Q, back to net.
All right, Jairus, very good. Definitely sounds like you had a very full weekend. I was a scout back in the day, and then when my son was in scouts, I was Cub Master for a couple years, and I kind of can relate to that. So get some good rest. It's good to hear from you tonight. And 73. Next on the list, we have Steve, KF8ANT. How you doing tonight, Steve? And are you going to stick around for the big show?
K8BZA, KF8ANT. Evening, Eric. No, I won't be sticking around. I've got to be back to Hopkins. Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed at 5:30 a.m. tomorrow to fly to Dallas. And next week should conclude my air travel for quite some time. It was a little tricky getting out of Oklahoma City late last week. Had a little bit of thunder lightning roll through there for a day and a half. It parked over the airport, it seemed like. So I won't be sticking around this evening. 7-3 to all, and talk to you all next Sunday. Take care.
Very good there. Very good there, Steve. We got you on the list, in and out. Yeah, like I said before, we got 5:30, man. That's really early. So good luck. Get some good rest, and we got you on the list as in and out. And I got a couple other stations on the list, but I'm gonna actually go out of order here and bump down to Nate, AL8T, Alpha Lima 8 Tango. How you doing tonight, Nate? And are you gonna stick around for the big show?
It's Alpha Lima 8 Tango returning. Doing good. Been busy, but good. Hanging out with the kiddos who grabbed the radio on the way out. Figured I'd tune up my Allstar Node to you guys. I'm not going to stick around. I'll be in and out, but thanks for picking me up, and glad to hear you all. With that, I'll kick it back to you. Alpha Lima 8 Tango, back to that.
All right, Nate. Very good. Good to hear you tonight. Just Nick, KD8SLG, notified me in the blue screen that you were out there and wanted me to give you a shout. So there you have it. 73 Nate, good to hear you tonight. And we'll jump back up to the regular batting order here. And Mark, KC8FQV. How you doing tonight, Mark? And are you going to stick around for the big show?
All right, yep, I'll stick around for the big show, KC8FQV. Yeah, I watched the Hamvention from home this year. There's a lot to watch there. It's almost as much to watch as if you go there. So, KC8FQV, back to net control.
All right, very good, Mark. I'm sure we'll hear about different people's experiences down at Hamvention as we go through the net tonight and as the week progresses this coming week. Excellent. I did not make it down this year, but I will. I'll get there. So we'll clear with KC8FQV, takes us down to KQ4IZV. James, how you doing tonight, and are you going to stick around for the big show?
This is KQ4IZV. I'm wiped out. Long day, but I'm going to hang out, and I'm definitely going to be here for the big show, like always. Anyway, I'll turn it back over to you, KQ4IZV.
All right, James, we got you on the list. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll go on down to AB8MO next. How you doing tonight, Andy? And are you going to stick around for the big show?
Yeah, and I'm going to try to figure out why I've got some kind of stupid, my receive end. It's driving me crazy. Yeah, I'll be around, AB8MO.
Awesome, Andy. Hope you get whatever that is worked out. You're sounding good. We got you on the list here. We'll clear with AB8MO. This is KE8VZA. That brings us to the end of the pre-show for the Beacon Net, and I am going to turn over the reins to our net control station for tonight, Nick at Night, KE8QKO. Take it away there, Nick.
Thank you, Eric. Fine business on the pre-show as always. Good evening and welcome to the Beacon Net. My name is Nick. My call sign is K8QKO, Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Kilo Oscar. And I will be net control for the evening. The Beacon Net meets every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on the W8WKY repeater, 147 Mark 390, positive offset, with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8, Allstar Node 48496, and Echolink W8WKY-R. This is the directed net, so all traffic must pass through net control. We are linked in with our friends in Oklahoma that do drop in and various other repeaters. So we ask that you key for a couple of seconds before and after you transmit so we hear everything you've got to say. Before we start taking check-ins, is there any emergency or priority traffic? Please call now.
W8WKY.
All right, nothing heard there except our sponsor trying to sneak in some priority traffic, but we know that our sponsor never really has traffic. They just like to get in once in a while and try to take over our net. We're not going to let them do it tonight. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to start taking any check-ins that make it into the pre-show. So anyone out there that would like to check into the Beacon Net, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location. Sounds like Eric did a pretty good job on the pre-show. We don't have any check-ins there. All right, so we've got some trivia questions, and it looks like our alternate trivia question is not available yet. So what we'll do in our normal routine will be we'll get the primary question read, and if Alan happens to make it in after that, then we'll get the primary. If not, we'll go through our normal comments from people in the net, and when Alan makes it in, we'll get the alternate question read for us. We'll go back up to the people that have already checked in to get their answer for the alternate question, and then move on as normal. So, K8VZA. Eric, would you like to read our primary question this evening, sir?
KE8QKO in the group. This is KE8VZA with the main trivia question. Okay. According to the Wilderness Protocol recommended by the ARRL, which of the following frequencies is not one of the recommended emergency frequencies? Your options are Alpha 146 Mark 520, Bravo 52 Mark 525, Charlie 446 Mark 000 or Delta 10.125. I'll take a break and read it again. KE8BZA returning with the main trivia. According to the Wilderness Protocol recommended by the ARRL, which of the following frequencies is not one of the recommended emergency frequencies? Options are Alpha 146 Mark 520, Bravo 52 Mark 525, Charlie 446 Mark 000, or Delta 10.125. And I'll put this in the blue screen momentarily. KE8BZA back to net control.
All right. Thank you, Eric, for another fine question. Definitely going to think about that one. I think I have a guess, but I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait to answer it until later. Okay. So that gets our primary question read for us. So we're going to start going through and talking to people on the net. We're going to start with KC3SEG, Greg. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net this evening? Kilo Charlie 3, Sierra Echo Golf. Greg, are you out there? Do you have traffic for the Beacon Net?
Hey, Break, this is LRA.
Go ahead, KF5 LRA.
Well, I hit the wrong button on my walkie-talkie and I didn't transmit. This is KI5 LRA, Kilowatt India 5, Lima Romeo Alpha. I was trying to check in, but being a doofus because I was driving. I'm in Yazoo, New Mexico, and that's not a Rimmel joke.
All right, John Paul, you're mobile, so why don't you go ahead and take it there, and then we'll try to get back up to Greg.
Okay, I appreciate it. Yeah, been a long day. It's 100 degrees up in Amarillo. The sun finally started setting. The sun is setting right now in Yazoo, New Mexico. I pulled over here to see if I could get checked in. I was having node problems because I'm out in the middle of nowhere, I guess. But anyway, 100 degrees in Amarillo. It's 82 here. So I'm glad the sun's going down and it's cooling off. And because these RVs are hot. Anyway, with that, back to you. Thanks for letting me check in. KI5 LRA, back to net.
All right. Thank you, sir. Hey, did you happen to hear our trivia question and want to give an answer to it?
You know, I heard it. I'll go ahead and just throw a guess out there. I think Delta.
All right. Thank you, sir. Yeah, that sounds like a hot day. It was in the 80s here in Ohio today. It's a little warm. But 100 degrees is a lot warmer than that. All right, just to let you know, if you're still driving around, we might be getting back to you here in a little bit. We have an alternate question that'll be read. And if you can still hear us, we'll reach out to you and see if you want to try to answer it. But 73, sir, and enjoy the rest of your ride. Let's go back up and try to talk to KC3SEG Greg and see if he's out there with comments for the net. Greg, if you're out there, take it away. All right, nothing heard from Greg. Perhaps he had to step away. Maybe he can recheck with us later. and he walked away. He probably didn't hear the trivia anyway, so that'll have to get reread later, and I'm sure Greg will be back around. But it looks like KF5DAY Allen is in the blue screen, and so he might be on the radio. Let's see if he's out there. KF5DAY KEAQKO, are you out there, Allen? And do you have traffic for the Beacon Net? Or do you have your trivia questions for the Beacon Net? All right, looks like Alan is in the blue screen but not connected to the net yet, so we'll get back to him here in a minute. And we're going to go down and talk to KE8. Well, actually, before I go down and talk to him, I'm going to identify this is KE8QKO on the W8WKY reader, going through our check-ins for the Beacon Net. And we're going to talk to KE8YUG. Josh, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for us this evening?
QKO, this is KE8YUG. Good to hear you tonight, Nick. And, okay, so I'll start with trivia. I'm going to D Delta for the main trivia. But, yeah, really good weekend. Sounds like a lot of people, I heard some other nets earlier, but sounds like some other people had some good times. Got some text messages. Everybody got home safe so far from Hamvention. That sounds like fun. Yeah, hopefully we'll get there at some point, but good weekend nonetheless. Got some really good web development progress. That was a big thing for me. Got some hurdles done there, learned a few new things. Let's see, we watched the Preakness. That was a lot of fun. That was pretty neat. Pulled that in on the antenna. I guess because I built a custom skateboard. It's a Ripper Cruiser, the Paul Peralta deck, and I made it look like a nice 80s style, and went all out. Got some nice wheels. Everything's in there. Rails, yeah, whole 9 yards. So I was riding today, so I'm gonna get that going and keep at it. But yeah, it's something I've always enjoyed. But this board, a little bit special, putting it all together. So that was fun. Hey, 70, I'll send it back to net. K8YUG back to net.
W8WKY.
All right, thank you, Josh. It was a nice weekend to stay busy, I'll say that. We got your answer down for Delta, and I think next we're going to talk to your better F, KF8ANS. Marie, how you doing, ma'am? And what do you have for the Beacon Net this evening?
KQKO, this is KF8ANS. Hi, Nick. Good evening. Good Sunday evening. And it was funny, the joke you made about the repeater. That was a good one. Made me laugh. So first, the trivia. I'm going to go with D Delta also. Yeah, it was a good weekend here. We did some good stuff. Watching the Preakness show. That was kind of cool. They cleared the field muddy. Interesting. And it was interesting to watch all the horses kind of get muddy and stuff, but Seize the Day won the match. That was kind of cool. So Josh went to TriStar and bought a skateboard today. Made it. That was cool. I was watching a skateboard up and down the road. That was also pretty fun on the new and old one. This is KF8ANS, back to net.
All right, thank you, Marie. Got your answer down there for Delta as well. All right, you know what we're going to do? We're going to call out for Alan. I think he might be there. Let's hope he is. KF5DAY KEQKO. Do you have the alternate question ready for us, Alan?
KI5DAY in the hood, yeah, I think I do. Am I coming through okay?
Yes, sir, you're coming through just fine.
Thanks there. Appreciate it, Nick at Night. And hello, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. It's been a busy, busy weekend for me, but sorry I didn't get in here a little quicker. I had a phone call unexpectedly. One of the guys from the AA club, one of our officers, likes to call me on Sunday nights occasionally out of the blue, and when he does, it throws me off of my game, so got in here a little late. But tonight's alternate trivia question is pretty simple, but don't look it up. It's no fun that way. Here we go. Which one of these items stays fresh longer when it is refrigerated, or when they are refrigerated? Which one of these items stays fresh longer when they are refrigerated? Is it A, Colonel Cornwaldo Bean's kidney stones, B, rubber bands, C, strawberries, D, zinc carbon batteries? So let me let this drop. I will repeat. All right, here's tonight's alternate trivia repeated. Which one of these items stays fresh longer when they are refrigerated? Is it A, Colonel Cornwaldo Bean's kidney stones, B, rubber bands, C, strawberries, D, zinc carbon batteries? KI5, DAY.
All right, thank you, Alan. Yeah, we totally understand that. Sometimes phone calls and things happen. Actually, I missed most of Marie's comments because my son came in with solar cane he needed to put on his shoulders because yesterday he went swimming. He was in the pool and people said, you should put more sunscreen on. And he said, no, I'm fine, and didn't want to listen. So my response was, well, I guess he'll have to learn that lesson the hard way, and he is. So thanks there, Alan. I got your trivia question and trivia answers, and we appreciate it. Let's go back up and talk to K8. Let's go up and talk. We're going to go talk to Josh and Marie and get their alternate question. Can't talk. Alternate answers for us this evening. So, K8YUG, Josh, what is your answer to the alternate question, sir?
K8QKO, this is K8YUG. Okay, for the alternate, I'm going to go with B Bravo. B Bravo. K8YUG, back to net.
Thank you, sir. Let's go down and talk to KF8ANS Marie and get her alternate answer.
K8QKO, this is KF8ANS. For the alternate trivia, I'm going to go with B Bravo. KF8ANS, back to net.
All right. Thank you, Marie. Got you down there for B Bravo. Okay, let's go down and talk to Ray, K5, CFY, and see what he has for us this evening. Ray, take it away.
K8, QKO, K5CFY in the net. Good evening there, Nick at Night. Doing an awesome job as usual. I want to wave to Mr. Eric there on the keyboard. Also doing a great job, and Dustin and Just Nick and Mike and all the guys that keep the Beacon Net going. We definitely appreciate all that. So I'm going to go with Delta on the main one, and got to go with B. I mean, it's nothing like opening up the fridge and getting a fresh rubber band. Back to you there, Nick at Night. 73, everybody, take care. K5CFY.
All right, thank you there, Ray. And we got you down there for Delta and Bravo. Next, we're going to go to talking words tonight. Sorry, it's been a long weekend myself. I'll have those comments later. Next, we're going to go down and talk to W8HRF Josh. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the net tonight?
KE8QKO and the Beacon Net W8HRF. Good evening, everyone. I am ironing pants right now. That is what I have for the net right now. We had a good weekend here. It was a good weekend. I'm getting ready for a trip again down to, or up to Michigan tomorrow for work. Boy, I don't think these pants are going to iron. Oh, boy. trivia, I'm going to go with, for Allen's, fresh batteries from the refrigerator, of course. And for the main, I'm going to go with the 10 megahertz answer, 10 dot something. I can't remember exactly what it was. So that's that. Had a very busy day. I got the entire front end of the 4Runner disassembled here, and I'm going to be replacing basically everything. I've got a bad wheel bearing. I've got CV axle boots that I only put in 2 years ago that failed. Less than 20,000 miles on those things, so I'm kind of miffed at that. But all kinds of stuff. So hopefully I'll be able to finish that up next weekend with the long weekend. So that's my plan. Anyways, I'll send it back to you, Nick. Hope you had a good weekend as well, and we'll catch you later. W8HRF, back to net control.
All right, thank you, Josh. Got your answers down for Delta, and yeah, good luck on the car work. I hate working on cars, but better some people do it, I suppose. Looks like your better half was in and out. That's K8YUK, and we are now down to, well, before I get on next, this is K8QKO, and it's W8WKY repeater, going through our list of check-ins for the BeaconNet. And our next check-in for the BeaconNet is W3ETB Eddie. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for net tonight?
Hi, Nick. Yeah, it's a quiet night here in Annapolis, Maryland. So after it being a kind of a little overcast day today, but then it turned around and got some sunshine, and it was looking nice outside. So grass needed to be mowed, but I said, I can wait for another day. I figured it was Sunday, you know, so you got to rest on Sunday. Didn't do anything today. Let's see, I did top my pizza. I did put some toppings on the pizza, though. Anyway, let me go ahead and get to these trivia questions, because you got quite a few people after me, and I'm going to probably be falling asleep pretty soon. So, anyway, both of the questions, I like kind of B and B. I like B for the main and B for the alternate. Got to keep those rubber bands fresh. We never know when we might need one. And as far as the main trivia question, I don't know, the 52 sounds like something I read somewhere or other. Probably was not necessarily, related to that particular question, but anyway, B and B for me there, Nick. We'll talk to you later. This is W3TV. I'll be 73 for now. And clear. Back to net.
All right, thank you, Eddie. Got you down there for Bravo and Bravo. Thanks for checking in with us there, sir. Our next station was in and out. That's KA8MNT Tom, and we are now down to WV3. Let me say that again. WV3K Phil. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for us this evening?
KO, this is Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo. Hello, Nick. It's good to hear you tonight, and having a privilege to be able to speak on the frequency and hear all the wonderful people chatting with Net Control. Anyway, I'm going to go with Alpha and Delta on the two trivias and respectively, 1 and 2. And today I just made dinner for my wife with chicken and baked some for her. Our grill last year caught on fire, so we don't have a grill anymore. But that's okay. We can do without it right now. I got other greater concerns to work with. And other than that, the day was well. And I'm hopefully looking forward to meeting up with Wade here shortly before he ends up returning back to home to his lovely wife, Terry. So we'll be looking forward to that. Anyway, hopefully everyone is doing well, and may everyone have a blessed week coming. And for those that are ailing, I hope that they have many healing mercies from above. And so take care. Back to you, Nick, and thank you very much for doing a wonderful job on the net. This is Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo, back to net control.
All right, thank you, Phil. Sorry to hear about your grill. I know that I love grilling a lot, cooking and barbecuing and all those things. So if I didn't have a grill, I'd be very, very, very sad. We've got your answers down there for Alpha and Delta. Enjoy your time with Wade, and thank you, sir. Next we have KE8 ZZR Harry. How you doing, Harry? And what do you have for the net this evening?
K8QKO, this is KE8ZZR. Good evening, Nick, and all the NCOs and everybody else that's on the net tonight. Busy weekend. Friday, I went down to Hamvention Lane. KD8JJF rode down with me, and then we met up with Benny, KC8DEO, down there. And this is my first time to Hamvention. Quite a show. Definitely, it's a candy store for hams. You can spend a lot of money down there. We got down there Friday morning. It was raining, and so we went inside the buildings and that. And then later that afternoon, the sun came out, and we muttered our way through the swap, or the flea market, I should say. So it was kind of muddy out there. But definitely a lot of old stuff in that swap meet out there, and it's very enjoyable. So I'll definitely be returning. So my trivia answers are D as in dog and B as in boy. And with that, I'll turn it back to you guys. 73. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Harry. Got your answers down there for Delta and Bravo. Yeah, Hamvention. It was a fun time. I did not go there on Friday. I went there on Saturday. I heard all the stories about going there on Friday, and I've got to say, I'm kind of happy I went there on Saturday instead, because it was a beautiful day. Absolutely gorgeous, warm, sunny. Not anything like the rainy mess they had the day before. But thanks for getting in there, Harry. Appreciate it. Our next three stations here are in and out. That's WB4AIZ, WA8KOC, KA8GKG, and that takes us down to KC8YLG. Rick. How you doing, Rick? And what do you have for the Beacon Net this evening?
This is KC8LYG. I got nothing for the net. It's been kind of a sad weekend here for us, but we're trying to stay positive. And my trivia questions, the answers, I've got weird thoughts on this, but I'm thinking Charlie and Delta. This is KC8LYG, Net Control 73's off.
All right, 73, Rick. Sorry you had a bad weekend. I think you said your answers were Charlie and Delta. If I'm wrong, I'm sure my NetLogger probably got it. But if, appreciate you getting in with us there. Our next next five stations here are in and out. That's AI5Q, KF8ANG, KG4SCK, AF5G, and N5GLO. And that takes us down to KC8FQV. Mark. How you doing, Mark? And what do you have for the Beacon Net this evening?
All right, in the trivia, I want to say D&D. And, yep, I watched the Hamvention from home this year. I didn't want to attempt to go down and try to walk with my leg. So I said, well, let me stay home. But it was not a bad time. Yeah, it was warm out today. And that, but there was a lot of people that did
back home?
Streaming and that. So that was, there's a lot out there to take a look at and see. And them buildings, yeah, that they get them ventilated good, and they have done some upgrades there. Well, they have the animals in there during the summer. As a matter of fact, when you go to where the prize booth is at, where they have the drum, where they have all the prizes on display, you'll see they have the railing. Yeah, some of the animal cages they keep for the animals, the pigs and sheep and that. But yeah, they had to upgrade. Well, they always are. They always are doing upgrades with these facilities, and they. So since they want to make sure they keep air flowing through them buildings, it benefits everyone. For any of the other shows they do at the facility. So yeah, I remember when I was at Hare Arena. My first or second year, I went down there. It was rained outside. Yeah, it get a little stuffy inside, and there wasn't a lot of airflow in that building. But these buildings over here at Greene County, they have a lot of airflow. So, and they have a lot. Well, they're not near as big. I mean, they're big. They're a nice-sized building, but they do have enough airflow that can get in, and you want to transfer the air. And we'll move the air through. So we'll send it back to the net, and we'll see what else is happening this coming week. So back it comes, but D&D.
All right, thank you, Mark. Gosh, another for Delta and Delta. Next, we're going to talk to KQ4IZV James. Actually, before I go to James, I'm going to break there. I'm going to identify it. This is KEQKO and the WAWKY repeater. Going through a list of check-ins with the BeaconNet. Now we go down to James, KQ4IZV. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the BeaconNet this evening?
W.
All right, we were trying to reach James there, KQ4IZV. James, if that was, I believe that was you, you were complete static. We couldn't pick out anything that you were saying. So if you can, I'm going to do it one more time here. Just see if you can reposition or change your power, and then maybe you can get, maybe you can get back in there. Otherwise, maybe I'll have to move on and recheck if you can get back in better later. So, would you like to try it again, James?
This is KQ4IZV. No, it wasn't me. Somebody had their mic hung up or something, but because I could hear it too. I guess for trivia, I'm gonna have to go with D&D. Not too much is going on. Had my birthday with my mom and family, so we did that, and now we're home and chilling out. And I don't know what we're gonna do this week, but it was a really long week at work, so. Just going to probably go to bed here in a few and try to recuperate and get ready for tomorrow morning because I didn't get a rest today. So I'm going to turn it back over to you, Net Control, and have a good night. It's KQ4IZV out. 73 to everybody.
All right. Thank you, sir. I got you answered down there for Delta and Della. Delta, happy birthday to you. And yeah, I know what it feels like to have a busy weekend. I'm pretty well there myself. I'm ready for some shut-eye. But yeah, thanks for checking in with us. Always happy to have you in here. Enjoy your evening. Next, we're going to go down and talk to Andy, AV8MO. Hey, Andy, how you doing? Long time no talk, I guess. And thanks for walking around with me during Hamvention. It was a fun day. Take it away, sir.
KE8QKO, Nick at night, with Lily Cat here, who's demanding her 10:33 p.m. set right now. She is rubbing up against me, and at least she's being cuddly right now. Before she was being not so nice. So, yes, it was an absolute blast spending time with you, Nick. Running around Hamvention with you. I really, really enjoyed your company. I really did. So it was great. I enjoyed my time with you, and it was probably I had more people I was running around with, or people I was trying to meet up with, than I didn't have a whole lot of time to walk around just by myself. So I guess that was a good thing. I didn't quite get to see all the displays and stuff I wanted to see, but I saw most of it. So got some things to add to Dustin's pin collection. So yeah, if you don't buy your ticket to Dayton for next year, Dustin, I'm going to have Nick at Night hold your radio for ransom. You already saw he was having a lot of fun with that new UHF Motorola radio. So it was a good time. I somehow missed the rain too. It was super soaker, and I didn't get there until about 12:30 on Friday. I was a little late leaving. I kind of took my time getting down there, and it had just stopped raining when I arrived. So I didn't need an umbrella or anything. But yeah, the flea market was a kind of mud city. A couple people got stuck in the grass areas where they were parking the cars. I was afraid I was going to get stuck, but thank God I didn't. But yeah, Saturday was a whole lot nicer, dried out. And so, yeah, you picked the better of the 2 days, Nick. So I managed to only spend about $200, which was better than other people who shall remain nameless. But it was all good. So let me drop it a sec. But anyhow, I guess without any further elaboration of how I got to the answer on the main trivia question, I'll go Delta. And let's see, that was the one on 30 meters, 10 point whatever. And I think this is kind of a baited answer for Alan's, but it brought home some good childhood memories. My grandparents would store batteries in the freezer for our little toy train set. I don't really think it did anything, but they said it would keep it fresh. So we'll go with Delta and Delta. Alrighty, I think I said enough, spent my nickel's worth and then some. Back to you there, Nick. Again, it was great seeing you and spending time with you on Saturday. It was a blast. I really mean that. KE8QKO, this is ABMO.
All right, thank you, Andy. Got your answers down there for Delta and Delta. Yeah, I had a great time as well. You know, I wasn't really sure if because I was going to go down and walk around by myself, but I find like stuff like that, it's just more, it seems more fun when you have somebody else to kind of BS with and chat with and look at everything with and point things out to each other. I enjoy it. It's a part of going, I didn't go to really go to Hamvention to save a ton of money because I had to pay all the gas to get down there and buy the ticket. I mean, I saved $70, I suppose, but probably spent more than that on gas and ticket price to get in than I actually saved. But it's fun to go down and look and talk to people, and having somebody you can hang out with and talk with all day without standing in line is definitely awesome, and I really appreciate it. Sorry you missed out on getting your coax cable, but there's always next year. Yeah, and admittedly, I came home, and my wife was not super upset with what I spent. Apparently, it was under her imaginary limit of what she thought I might spend at Hamvention. So, yeah, that's good times. Good times, and I'll pick that new radio up tomorrow. Next, we're going to look at the time. All right, I'm going to go down and talk to KC0LRM Kelly. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net this evening?
Hey, thanks for getting me in there. Off the blue screen, or off the NetLogger. Give you my trivia answers before I forget here. I was going to go B and B, but I think I'm going to switch mine to D and D after thinking about it for a minute and hearing some other people's answers. So D for Delta on both of these. Hope everybody's having a good day out there. Wish I could make one of those hand pads y'all are having up there. I'm sure it's pretty nice. Maybe one of these days. You never know. Not a lot going on here. We're just watching the weather. We got some storms might be coming in. Hopefully it's just going to be rain, but that's about all I got. Hope everybody has a good evening out there, and thanks for running the net, and thanks to Eric. I think Eric's back there logging, or I got it backwards. You're running the net, and I get the two mixed up here. I forgot who was doing pre-show. But back to you, and thanks for running that and for doing the pre-show. And everybody have a good evening. All right, KC0LR, I'm clear.
All right, thank you, Kelly. KVZA Eric runs the pre-show and does the logging, and I really, really appreciate the logging because I don't like using NetLogger. So it's always nice to have somebody that's willing to do that because that just makes my life easier, and I always want to be appreciative of other people and their work. And myself, Nick, KEQKO, does the actual net. So thanks for checking in with us there, Kelly. We got your answers down as Delta and Delta. And yeah, come up from one of these ham conventions. They're, you know, I was walking around with Andy, and I thought Andy and I hit everything. Apparently, Andy had stuff he still wanted to see, and it stinks that we missed it. I thought we caught everything, but yeah, it was a good time. Saw a lot of stuff, looked at a lot of things, and I really enjoyed it. So it's a good time. Next, we have KE5 NCP Tom. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net this evening?
KE8QKO in the group, KE5NCP. Good evening, Nick at night, and good to hear you in here. Don't really have a whole bunch for the net. We've been had a group of guys out here today from our ham rescue group and helped get the beams down off the tower that had fallen over. And luckily, we got them all down in one piece pretty much, so hey, that's the main, that was a win right there. Got the rotor and top section of the tower broken totally loose down, and so anyway, we got all that done and got things semi-stored where we can try to figure out what we're going to do with it after now. So anyway, so much for that. I'm not gonna worry about it for a while. We put the GP9 back on the tower, which now with storms coming in tonight, just what I need to hear. So, okay, we'll see how we look out there. But anyway, let's see, trivia. Let's get that out of the way. I'm going to go with Delta and Bravo. Delta and Bravo for the primary and the alternate. And with that, we'll turn her back to net control. KE5 NCP 73.
All right. Thank you, Tom. Got your answers down there for Delta and Bravo, and it sounds like a good weekend for you as well. And we are back down to KI5 LRA, and I forgot, John Paul, I totally forgot. I apologize. I was supposed to get back down to you for the alternate question answer. So if you're still out there, sir, and you want to answer the alternate question, please come back to me.
Hey, no problem, Nick. You caught me whenever I had a good signal, I hope. I'm going to go for Bravo on the alternate question. KI5 LRA, back to net.
All right, thank you, sir. We got you down there for Bravo. And again, sorry, I said I'd get back to you earlier, and I didn't, and I just totally forgot. So it's on and I appreciate you getting back to me here. Okay, this is KEQKO with a WWQR repeater going through our check-ins to the Beacon Net. And we are now down to KI5, TAQ, Taco Tim. Oh, Tim, I am so sorry about the weather you guys had. And you got stuck in Houston on those nasty, nasty storms. And I'm sorry I wasn't able to meet up with you. I was really looking forward to it. But anyway, sir, let's, aside from that part of your weekend, maybe how did everything else go? Take it away, sir.
Well, good evening, Nick at night. This is KI5TAQ. Yeah, we got stuck in Dallas, but then, of course, you possibly heard about the storms there in Houston, and that was pretty bad. And then there were storms up in Charlotte, so flying with storms, I think the next time when I think about coming up there, I'll possibly drive up there. Flying is no good. And then, of course, with Hamvention coming right on top of another big event, which would be the Indy 500. And could you imagine flights going in and out of India, let alone going in and out of Dayton, all packed? So I think that's where I'm going to make another choice. But besides that, a bad situation kind of became good because wife and I, we visited a museum, and with that, saw the purchase that we had made in memory of my brother at that museum. So when it's all done, kind of turn a bad situation into good, but hopefully we'll try for next year. As far as trivia question is, for the alternate trivia question, I think I'm going to go with A. I'm going to go with A for the alternate, and why don't we just make it AA all around and call it that? And we'll just say 7-3s for now and send it back to net control. This is KI5TAQ.
All right, thank you, sir. Well, I'm glad that we can kind of turn around for you there. We got your answers down as Alpha and Alpha. Yeah, you know, I don't like flying either if I can avoid it. I don't mind the actual flying part. I'm not somebody that's afraid to fly on airplanes. It's just the way the industry's gone in the last 10, 20 years. It's just not comfortable, and I don't really enjoy it. And I don't like going through the airports. It's just a big rush and pain in the butt. So if it's within a reasonable driving distance, I will usually pick driving over flying any day of the week. And we're supposed to go to Nashville later on this summer, and I looked at the flights and the time to go to the airport and get on the plane and fly someplace, and I'm like, it's going to take 6 to 7 hours for me to fly to Nashville, and I can drive there in 8. So I'm going to drive to Nashville because I'd much rather be in my own car with all my own stuff and get there. So that's my 2 cents. So I totally agree there. I'm not a big flying fan for those particular reasons. All right, let's go down and talk to KI5 RFI Mac. How you doing, Mac? And what do you have for the BeaconNet this evening?
Well, good evening from Northwest Arkansas. KI5 RFI here. We had a really, really hot day here in Arkansas. It was a pretty day. Spent most of the day on the baseball field watching my grandson play baseball. So kind of got cooked out there in the sun, but it was a lot of fun. I'm going to answer the trivia questions with Delta and Delta. And back to net control, KI5 RFI.
All right, thank you, Mac. Got your answers down there for Delta and Delta. Thanks for getting with us there. Okay, we're at the bottom of our list here. We're going to start taking some check-ins. But before I start taking check-ins, I realized something this weekend that I found mildly annoying, and I made a note to myself to make sure that I take care of it properly on the net when I start taking check-ins, because when I was listening to traffic on the radio, driving back from Dayton, I was like, man, I listen to people, and they're obviously on a repeater, but I'm like, I have no idea what repeater they're on, because I can't really look it up while I'm driving, and I can't really chime in. So I will say, this is KEQKO on the WAWK repeater, 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PO tone of 114 Mark 8, and yeah, so we're taking check-ins to BeaconNet. If you're out there and you want to check into the BeaconNet, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Kilo 5 Romeo Foxtrot Golf, K5 RFG Ryan Wadsworth.
Victor Kilo 2 Delta Yankee UK2EY Robert State.
All right, I got a couple of good ones there. I got K5 RFG, Ryan. and I have VK2DY. So let's go up and talk to Ryan. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net this evening?
Good evening, Nick. Everybody on the net. This is K5RFG. I agree with you on the driving. Nashville, we do that a lot on our way back to Louisiana every once in a while. So that's not a bad drive at all. But sorry I missed Hamvention this year. Just things just wasn't in the cards. But there's always next year, right? Which is something that comes around every year, so we'll try again next year. My trivia question answers are going to be Delta and Charlie. How's that? Delta and Charlie. Other than that, not a whole lot to report. Spent the day today with the family, just out and about and doing things. So that meant I was slacking at work from doing my supervisory duties anyway. Hi. And I quite enjoyed that. So that's all that matters. Had a good time with the family, and it was a beautiful day to be outside. So with that, I'm going to go back to net control. This is the K5RFG.
All right. Thank you, Ryan. Got you down there for Delta and Charlie. And yeah, I totally understand them not being able to make it. I thought for sure I wasn't going to make it this year. But my wife was gracious and letting me go, and I was able to work it out and put in the work to get down there. So my niece graduated from high school yesterday, so we were planning to drive to Columbus this morning, spend the day, and then drive back home. And that meant driving to the convention yesterday just was going to be way too crazy to drive to Dayton, and then drive back to Akron, get up at the crack of dawn, drive back to Columbus, and then come back to Akron. I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing that. But we were able to make arrangements with her family that we can go down there, drop my wife and my son off, and let the dog stay with them as well while I went down to Dayton. So everybody was very friendly and gracious to make that happen, and I made it happen. You know, one of these years, I really want to go down there and camp. And I thought about it this year, and I went down and I walked through, and I didn't really stay till 5. I went from like 9, I think it was like 2:30 or so when I left. And I really saw kind of everything I wanted to see. And I'm like, well, is it worth staying there for a weekend? I started thinking to myself, you know what, it probably would be. Maybe you just walk around for a few hours and not the whole day, because I was pretty tired after walking all day. And maybe go back to the camper and just kind of relax, and maybe go to the Air Museum or do some other things, maybe go to Voice of America, because I'd love to do that. One of these years, I'd like to go down there and just camp the whole time, go in and out of Hamvention and see some of the sites more around Dayton. Just have a good time. That's on my bucket list. Maybe we can pull that off there, Ryan. And anyway, so our next station we had check in is VK2DY. Robert, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for us this evening?
Yes, good afternoon from here. Good evening to you. This is Robert, VK2DY in northwestern Sydney, where it's, I think, 18 degrees Celsius, which is about 66 Fahrenheit. That's all we're going to get. It's overcast. But last night it was clear, and we got some winter temperatures. In fact, it got down to 4 degrees Celsius in my backyard, which is 40 Fahrenheit. And that is a winter temperature for Sydney here. It usually doesn't get that cold until probably end of July or so. So that's very cold for us. I know it's nothing for Ohio, but it is for us. Anyway, other than that, no Dayton this year. I don't know. Dayton takes a lot of planning from here because I've got to get a flight, long flight up there, and then figure out everything, all the logistics. Plus, I'm a dual U.S.-Australian citizen. I have been traveling under my Australian passport, but I have to enter the U.S. under the American passport, and I don't remember where I put the U.S. one because I don't really use it. Anyway, so lots of different reasons why I haven't been able to travel there, but we'll hopefully get there eventually. Anyway, let me reset for a second. So, my my 70th birthday is coming up on Saturday. And for the last 30-some years, they have been offering a bridge climb on Sydney Harbour Bridge, the famous one that you see in all the sights of Sydney next to the Opera House. You can actually climb up to the top where the flags are. It's about 200 meters, about 660 feet above the base of the bridge, and another 60 meters above the Parramatta River. So you're up there quite a bit, and I've been waiting to do that. It's been on my bucket list, and I said, this is the year. My 70th birthday, I will climb the bridge, stand on the top, have my picture taken, and do that. So I'm going to complete a bucket list item Saturday. Anyway, thank you so much. Oh, let's go with Delta and Charlie for the trivia. And thank you very much for taking my check-in. VK2BY, back to Matt.
All right. Well, geez, it's been to unpack there, Robert. 70 years old, climbing that bridge. I got to say that you can do that at 70 years old is fantastic. I know there's a lot of people in the world that can't, especially here in the U.S. So kudos to you, sir, for doing that and knocking that off your bucket list. That's fantastic. And yeah, come back and visit. Maybe if you ever make it back to the U.S., you could swing through Ohio. I don't know if that's really something you want to do or not, but if you do, I'm sure we'd love to see you. Maybe grab a lunch or something and figure it out. Yeah, those flights. I've never been to Australia, but as I understand it, the logistics of getting down there from here is very time-consuming and very expensive. So yeah, I can understand the not coming back because of the logistics part of it. But anyway, thank you, sir. It's always good to have you in here. It's good to hear you, and thanks for checking in with us. All right, this is KEAQKO on the WWKR repeater. All right, I'm going to start taking some more check-ins again. We're on the WWKY repeater, 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. So if you're out there and you'd like to check in with us, please say your call sign phonetically, followed alphabetically, along with your name and location.
This is Kilo, Quebec 4, Papa Lima Foxtrot, KQ4PLF, Javier in Norfolk, Virginia on Echolink.
Kilo Echo 8, Zulu, India, November, KE8ZIN, Joe in Willowick, Ohio.
Park City, Utah.
All right, I'm going to take it right there. I have KQ4PLF Javier. I have KE8ZIN, and I have somebody from Park City, Utah that I think you doubled, and I did not get your call. Can you come back with your call sign, please?
My call sign is Kilo 7 Golf Tango Yankee in Park City, Utah. My name is Grant.
All right, K7 GTY. Grant, thank you, sir. We got you in there. Is there anybody else who would like to check into the D Cadet? Please say your call sign now.
KJ5 ATA Kilo Juliet 5 Alpha Tango Alpha. Guy from Georgetown, Texas.
All right, KJ5 ATA Guy. Thank you, sir. Is there anybody else who would like to check in? Please call now. All right, nothing heard there. We're going to run through the list we got here, but before I do that, I want to go up and I want to get our trivia answers read for us again because I feel like I should do that. So let's go up and talk to K8VZA Eric and get the primary question right again. Eric, if you're out there, please take it away, sir.
KEA-QKO in the group. This is KEA-VZA back with the main trivia question. Here we go. According to the Wilderness Protocol recommended by the ARRL, which of the following frequencies is not one of the recommended emergency frequencies? Options are Alpha 146 Mark 520, Bravo 52 Mark 525, Charlie 446 Mark 000, or Delta 10 Mark 125. This is KE8VZA, back to net control.
All right, thank you, Eric, for the fine trivia question. Let's go down and talk to KI5DAY Alan to get the alternate question. Alan, take it away.
KI5DAY in the net, along with Larry, the chicken. Yes, of course, the rubber chicken. He's hanging out. He was asleep there for a while, but he finally woke up and he's wanting some biscuits. But anyways, yeah, nice trivia question there, Eric. If you don't mind, go ahead and put me down for Eric's trivia question as answer number A. As far as the alternate trivia question, I'll take a break and I will reread it. Stand by. All right, here is tonight's alternate trivia question. Which one of these items stays fresh longer when they are refrigerated? Is it A, Colonel Cornwaldo Beans kidney stones, B, rubber bands, C, strawberries, or D, zinc carbon batteries? What do you think, Larry? I think he said D. I'm not sure what he said. Anyway, back to you, KI5DA1.
W8WKY.
All right, thank you, Alan, for another fine alternate question. Let's go down and talk to KQ4PLF Javier. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the beacon at tonight?
Well, good evening, everybody on the net. This is Kilo, Quebec 4, Papa Lima Foxtrot. Name here is Javier. I am located here in Norfolk, Virginia, where it is 61 degrees Fahrenheit and cloudy. But I just gotten off work. I thought I'd hop on Echolink just to see who's on and who's around, and it's really nice, you know, to hear a net going on this late at night. But I'm kind of sad right now because I have an NFOG antenna that was hanging up 50 feet in the air in a tree right next to my house, and it just fell off, and the line on it was thin, and so I bought some thicker line, but I'm not good with a throwing line. I do have a throwing line, and I'm not good with it at all. So I'm hoping tomorrow a fellow ham that's really good with that can come by and help me get that antenna back up in the tree. But it feels good to finally be off work for a couple of days and just at least get out here at Echolink and just check around for other repeaters that are currently active. Let me reset here. But it feels good just to hear people from all over the country here on Echolink. It does take away a little bit from actual radio. It's still fun just to get on here. But I think the answer for the trivia, I think it'll be I want to say Charlie Delta. Alpha Delta. Alpha and then Delta for the trivia tonight. But I'm happy to be here. I'm glad to hear everybody here on the net. But everyone have a great night. It's 7-3. This is KQ4PLF. Back to net control. Have a great night, everybody.
All right. Thank you, Javier. I think it's good to have you in here. Thanks for joining us. We meet every Sunday and Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on the WWKR repeater. So come back and join us anytime. It's good to have. We have a lot of people that check in from around the country and around the world. As you might have heard Robert earlier. So this is a fun net. We enjoy it. Enjoy all the camaraderie and communication and the trivia and all that stuff. So, yeah, good luck on that Edfong antenna. I've had those before. I've got one sitting here. VHF UHF 6-meter antenna in my office I never really used, and I've got another VHF UHF 10 antenna from him that I really liked. So they're good antennas, and hope we can get it back with a tree. You know, if you can't throw a line, you could always fly a drone, tie a little bit of a line to it so you can fly it up over the branch and then maybe get it up that way. That's an option. Anyway, thank you, sir, and it's good hearing you out there. And next we're going to go down and talk to K8ZIN Joe. How you doing, Joe? And what do you have for the Beacon Net this evening?
Well, good evening, everybody. Let's see, for the first trivia question, I am going to take a wild guess and answer Charlie. For the alternate trivia question, it's kind of a toss-up in my mind between the rubber bands and the Cornwaldo bean kidney stones. But I think I'm going to go with rubber bands. I believe that was answer Bravo. Great day today. Beautiful outside. Hope everybody had a great weekend and have a good week coming up. 73 off, KE8ZIN. Back to that.
All right, thank you, Joe. Got you down there for Charlie and Brian. You have a great week as well, sir. Next, we're going to talk to you, K7GTY Grant. How you doing, Grant? And what do you have for the Beacon Net this evening?
Well, I'm up in Park City, as I said. We're going down to 37 degrees tonight. It looks like it's going to be rain and maybe snow if it drops a little bit more. And I'm expecting my daughter and son-in-law and 2 grandchildren in here in a couple of minutes. They came in from Thailand to Washington, D.C. to here. He's a foreign service officer. That's what they're doing in Thailand. And as far as the trivia, I didn't get the second one, so I'm going to skip that. And I think I'll go with A, the 146 answer, as my answer for the trivia question. This is a Grant up in Park City, Utah 73. So all from K7GTY. Back to net.
All right, thank you, sir. Got you down there for Alpha and a pass. Appreciate you getting in there, and have fun with your daughter and son-in-law. Sounds like a long trip for them. They may be coming on to have some rest. Next, we have KJ5ATA Guy. How you doing, sir? And what do you have to Beacon Net this evening?
Yeah, Beacon Net. This is KJ5ATA, Georgetown, Texas. My name's Guy. And, I'm here tonight with my daughter and her husband and her 2 my grandchildren, a couple of little girls, and they're coming from Houston. And they still have a power outage out there, and so they came out here to Georgetown to visit us. And so it's all good. And, so they can be cool and not swelter to death out there in Houston where there's no power. Anyways, and that's enough of that. Just going to let you know that for the answer for the question number A is, I'm going to say Charlie on that. And question Bravo, I'm going to say rubber bands. So I'm going to throw that at you. And I'm going to throw it back to you, to the Beacon Net up there in Ohio. I don't know how cool it is here, but it's been pretty warm here today. And that's the way it is in Texas. So 73, you bet.
All right, thank you, sir. Glad your daughter and son-in-law were able to make it. I think they still have power outages there already. Still have the power outages going on, but it's good they're able to hang out with you and enjoy maybe the air conditioning or whatever. Yeah, just time with family. Got your answer. Like I said, Charlie and Bravo, I think. This is KEQK on the WWKR repeater. Let's do one more round of check-ins. See if anybody else is out there that wants to check in. You can check in with the WWKR repeater on 147, Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114, Mark 8. So if you're out there, please say your call sign phonetically, followed alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Kilo Foxtrot 5, Alpha Delta Echo KF5AD. Nick, and if you'd like to add Sandy, KG5SYC, that'd be very nice. But I'm on headpieces on my hearing aids, oddly enough. Back to you.
All right, Nick, we got you in there with Miss Sandy. Is there anybody else who would like to check in as a Beacon Net? Please say your call sign now. Okay, nothing heard there. Let's go up and talk to Nickelodeon. KF5ADE, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for us?
Good evening, Ned. Yeah, this is Nick. We've had a very busy day. We've taken care of, or gone to a dance recital for our granddaughter, and did some grocery shopping. And our eldest son's come from Virginia, and church in the early part of the day. It's been a whirlwind day around here, so that's all good. Oh, we also went out for sushi. That's the highlight. There you go. So with that, I'm not going to worry about the trivia questions at all. I'll just take it on the cuff with that one. So I'll return it back to you. KF5AD.
W8WKY.
All right, sounds good, sir. Does Sandy want to have any comments for the net tonight?
This is KG5SYC, and hello, Net. I guess I'll go right along with Nick and everything. I don't have a whole lot more to add to it. Just had a fun, packed-full day. And I guess if you're doing trivia, we'll just throw A and D out there just for the heck of it. This is KG5SYC.
All right, thank you, ma'am. Got you down there for Alpha and Delta. And, you two round out our list of regulars. This is a fantastic night. Thanks for getting in. It's good to hear you out here. I always enjoy it. So what we're going to do now, this is KEQK with a WWKY repeater, is I'm going to go up and talk to our net control team. We're going to start with KE8VZA, because last week I forgot it, so I have to start with him this week. Eric, how are you doing? And what was your comments for the net tonight?
KE8QKO in the group. This is KE8VZA. Didn't make Hamvention this weekend. One of my nieces graduated from the Cleveland Institute of Art and got her Bachelor of Fine Arts in illustration and a minor in creative writing. And I saw her exhibit a week ago, and it was very, very cool, and she's very talented, and I'm very impressed with all those students there, as a matter of fact. But the graduation ceremony was wonderful. It was in a place I'd never been called the Maltz Performing Arts Center over near Case Western University on the east side of the city of Cleveland there, and it was really cool. Very cool building. I can't begin to describe it. Just fine architecture, just fascinating. That's pretty much the highlight of my weekend. Got some stuff done around the house, cut grass and all that fun stuff. But that's all I have for now. I'm going to answer Delta for Alan's question, and I'll turn it back to Net Control. This is KE8VZA.
All right, thank you, Eric. Got your answer for Delta for Alan's question. Yes, it was a fine weekend for graduation. Like I said, my niece graduated yesterday from high school. Not college, but she's moving on to college, going to Indiana State University. So, yeah, getting all that stuff sorted out. And, yeah, I got to go to Hamvention on top of it, so it worked out pretty well. And it's a good weekend. Good weekend. I appreciate you getting there, and I thank you for everything you do. So, next, we'll go down and talk to KD8 EPC Dustin. How you doing, Dustin? And what do you have for the net this evening?
QKO, Nick at Night, and the Beacon Net. This is KDDPC. Well, good evening to you, Nick. Good to hear you out there. Hope you had fun down at Hamvention, and wonderful to see you there hanging out with Andy. Sorry I didn't get to go. I probably should have gone this weekend. It was pretty slow, so got sent home early Friday and today. Today was kind of all right. I got off about 11:30 this morning, and saw on Facebook that the Northern Ohio Railway Museum was having some trolley rides for the first time this year, so ran out there and tried that out. That was pretty neat. They have a short track set up, but a whole assortment of old streetcars and RTA trolleys and stuff, so it's pretty neat if you ever get out that way on the weekends during the summer. They do rides once a month or so. So there you go. That's all I've got for you. As far as the trivia, I'm going to go with Alpha for the first one and Delta for the second one. That's all I've got for you, Nick. Thanks for having me. Have a great rest of the net, and we'll catch you there down the log. This is KDDPC. Back over to Net Control.
All right. Thank you, Dustin. Yeah, it was a nice weekend. Hey, you know, I wasn't aware of that museum. I'll have to check that out. That sounds like it could be a bit of fun for the family. Go out there and see it. Probably, my wife and I would enjoy it, and we drag our son along, and he'd probably complain the whole time but still actually enjoy it, not tell us. That's how kids go, especially when they're going from 12 to 13. And next we have KD8 SLG, Just Nick. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
K8QKO, this is KD8SLG. Good evening, Nick, and all of the Beacon Netizens. I am doing great, man. I'm out here. I'm practicing gratitude and manifesting abundance. Let's get trivia out of the way. I'm going to go with Delta for the primary, and I got to go Alpha for Alan's old trivia tonight because I haven't heard Cornwaldo being mentioned nearly often enough. It's great hearing the tales from Hamvention. I also did not go. I had other plans this weekend, as it were, and just as well, I spent the radio budget for the year last week, so I would have been walking around with empty pockets anyway. But glad to hear some people made it there, and glad to hear you and Andy had some fun. Sorry to hear about Tim's misadventure there. That's a shame. What else? Looking forward to the POTA event on June 1st at the Old State Park, Portage Lakes. So hopefully some people make it out there to that. And golly, I think I got 33 sleeps left until field day. This is KD8 SLG. Back to Net Control. Thanks, Nick.
All right, thank you, Nick. Got your answers down there for Delta and Alpha. And I'm curious, based off your comments, you must have heard the same speech I did today at the graduation ceremony. It sounds very similar. But thanks for getting with us there. Always appreciate it. And I'm not sure if he's still on or not, but let's see if he is. K8QWE, Mike. Oh, you're out there, sir. Do you have comments for the net? All right, nothing heard there. He probably is not around. Mike's been kind of taking it easy after with the later nets like tonight, so we'll see how it goes. Next, we're going to talk to KF5 DAY and get his comments for the net. Alan, take it away.
KI5DAY. Well, my comments for the net. I don't know which net. The fishing net, the car net for my trunk. What are you talking about? Oh, sorry. Anyways, yeah, I don't have a lot of comments. It's been a busy weekend. I went to a graduation, but it was a homeschool graduation at a big church in Claremore, Oklahoma, where the RCWA repeater area is, and it was a good time. And some of the kids from the old church that I used to go to were graduating, and I got to go to their graduation party today at my old church. And that was a lot of fun, but man, it's been a busy weekend. I've been all over the place running around like a rubber chicken with my head cut off, hi. But I got issues. Anyways, yeah, it's been a good, productive weekend. I'm not looking forward to going back to the Big W tomorrow, but apparently there was a big tornado out west of us earlier this evening, but it tore up a town called Custer some. So far I haven't heard of any injuries or anything. Hopefully that's the case, but it's been dissipating some since it's moving our way, so hopefully it stays that way. But I'm tired as the dickens, but I'm ready to relax for the evening after the net. It's been a good one, as always. I appreciate the Beacon Net and everybody that puts it on. So back to you, Mr. Which one are you? Nick at Night. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Oz. Got your answer down for Alpha. And, yeah, hopefully the storm kind of blows by you and doesn't cause any damage or any problems. Okay, I think I've talked a lot today, talked about everything, so I don't know if I have anything else really to add, except my trivia answers, which are going to be Delta and Bravo. Yeah, that's it. So we've gone through all of our check-ins, we've gone through our net control team, and here's how it's going to work. We're going to do one more round of check-ins and potentially comments after those check-ins. We're going to get our trivia answers read, and then we're going to do one more round of check-ins for anyone out there who's listening but doesn't want to answer. So if you had not checked into the Beacon Net and you would like to check into the Beacon Net on the WWKR repeater, 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location. All right, nothing heard there. That's interesting. Okay, I guess we got everybody in. We've been calling out and getting call signs all night, so it's fantastic. Let's go up and talk to KE8VZA Eric. Get the answer for our primary question right for it. Get Eric to read the answer for the primary question. Take it away, sir.
KE8QKO in the group. This is KE8VZA back with the answer to the main trivia question. So out of the four frequencies listed as possibilities for the Wilderness Protocol as recommended by the ARRL, the one that is not one of their recommended emergency frequencies is indeed Delta, 10.125. So the emergency protocol is a dedicated effort to ensure emergency communications help in areas beyond normal repeater coverage or in the event the repeaters are off the air and not reachable in an emergency situation, and is listed in the ARRL and ARRL ARES Emergency Resources Manual, and it recommends that hams in the wilderness announce their presence on and to monitor the national calling frequencies for different time intervals, every 3 hours at the top of the hour and for 5 minutes. They have several other frequencies. A couple of the ones that were not listed as possible answers are 223.50 and 1294.50. Ooh, that's up there. Anyway, that's it. Delta 10.125, not one of them. KE8VZA, back to net control.
All right, thank you, Eric. That's a fine question. I will admit, I did not Google the answer, but I might have glanced over my band plan for a second and then noticed the answer from there. Anyway, thank you, sir. Appreciate you with your question. And then next, we're going to talk to KI5DAY and get the answer for our alternate question. Alan, take it away.
KI5 KI5DAY returning in. Yeah, I appreciate you letting me have another shot at the alternate trivia. As you know, I spend hours and hours of hard, steady research looking up these answers for everybody's entertainment purposes. Hi. But anyways, tonight's question is kind of strange, but you got to pay attention to both questions. Which one of these items stays fresh longer when they are refrigerated? The choices were A, Colonel corn wallow beans, kidney stones, and that's never a bad choice. B, rubber bands, C, strawberries, and D, zinc carbon batteries. For whatever reason, zinc carbon batteries made a big comeback and outlasted the rubber bands, I believe, for the most answers. But I have seen many people refrigerate or freeze batteries. Really, that's not a good idea. They should stay cool between 68 to 78 degrees in most cases, but zinc carbon batteries is a big no-no. You don't want to freeze or refrigerate them, apparently. So that's part of the question. Let me let this drop. And returning, strawberries and other certain berries and fruits, it's never good to put them in the fridge because it wilts them and they do go bad quicker, is the understanding. But rubber bands, for whatever reason, rubber bands last a lot longer when they're refrigerated because the cold temperature slows down the deterioration process and they stay in a better condition for a long time. So the actual answer is rubber bands. So as Ray said, it's always good to go to the refrigerator and get a fresh rubber band. I thought that was pretty funny. Anyway, I'll shoot it back to you at KI5DAY. Thanks for playing.
All right, Alice. Thank you for another fun question. So with the rubber band, Ray's comments, I thought about that and wanted to make one time, but I was like, I'm going to wait till the end of the net because I've seen the video. I've seen videos about the benefits of refrigerating rubber bands to preserve their elasticity. However, as I understand it, it's not good to use a cold rubber band. It's only good to store a rubber band in cold. If you're going to use the rubber band, it's best to take it out, let it get to room temperature, and then use it because it will actually cause issues with some sort of deterioration with the rubber band if you stretch a cold rubber band. So you want it to be in its non-stretched state when you're storing it, and if you're going to stretch it, you want it to be at room temperature. That's what I had seen in the past. So I'll throw that caveat in there. But thank you, sir. This is KE8QKO with a WWKY repeater, 147, Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114, Mark 8. And we're going to do one more final round of check-ins for anybody out there that wants to get into the Beacon Net before we close it down. Please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Kilo Echo 8, Zulu India, November, recheck.
Net Control, this is Kilo Juliet 4, Bravo Echo Tango, KJ4BET, Ricardo, St. Petersburg, Florida. Good evening to everyone on frequency, in and out, 73.
Victor Alpha 3, Yankee Alpha Delta, VA3YAD, Joe or Joe from Toronto, Canada.
I'll be in and out. Thank you for the good entertainment. This is KM4YWT, clear.
All right, we had a pretty good list there. We had a couple in and outs. We had a check-in and we had a recheck. So I'm going to run through the stations that I have and what they are, and then we're going to go with our check-in, and then we're going to go to our recheck, and then we're going to call it a night. So I have K8ZIN with a recheck. I have KJ4BET, this is Ricardo, in and out. I have VA3YAD, Joe, and I have KF4YWT. I did not get a personal on that, but it might be a NetLogger, and that would be Wesley with an in and out. So we're going to go up and talk to VA3YAD Joe and get his comments for the net. So Joe, take it away.
I VA3YAD. I don't have much comments. I actually kind of just joined in. I just got home. I do appreciate listening to the net, though.
right. Thank you, sir. Thanks for checking in with us there. It's good to hear you out there, and we appreciate it. Let's go up and talk to K8ZIN and get our recheck. Go ahead and take it away, sir.
Good evening again. I just wanted to throw in a nickel's worth of knowledge on that for the alternate question with the rubber bands. The same thing can be done if you use, if you switch your windshield wiper blades for the heavy duty ones in the winter and the lighter ones in the summertime. Take your heavy duty ones off, throw them in your fridge, and then you can use them again next year. That way they don't dry rot out in your garage or whatever. That's all. Hope everyone has a good night. K8ZIN.
All right. Well, thank you, Joe. I'm going to try that. That'll make my wife super happy when she wakes up in the morning and finds wiper blades in the fridge. So, fantastic. I'll enjoy doing that. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Okay. This is K8QKO on the WWKY repeater, and we've hit the bottom of our list. So, on behalf of the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, myself, K8BZA, KD8SLG, KD8EPC, and KF5DAY, I would like to thank each and every one of you for checking in with us this evening. Come and join us on the next edition of the BeaconNet. Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on the WWKY repeater, Allstar Node 48496, and Echolink W8WKY-R. You're welcome to join us on the Barometer Net, also on the W8WKY repeater every morning at 7 a.m. Eastern Time, except for Sunday. Also, don't forget to check out our friends on the Board and Breaker Net every day at noon Central Time on Allstar Node 49562 with Echolink N5XQK-R. You've been listening to the BeaconNet. This is K8QKO, returning the repeater to normal and customary amateur radio use at this time. 73 all.
This is Victor Echo 7 Kilo Hotel on the VC7 NFR repeater on 900 megahertz.
W8WKY. W8WKY. Repeater PL114.8.
VA7JZ.
Echolink station that was just keying up. We're getting nothing but noise. KD8SLG.
W8WKY.